Oh my gosh, Leann, I'm so sorry. So sorry. Please, I am really sorry. Anyways, I wasn't feeling well yesterday and I ended up going to sleep, but that's no excuse. I feel really bad. And then I forgot about it this morning, but now here I am. I'm on this, okay? So you're a Libra and you're concerned with Marcus. You're not sure which way you're going with Marcus. Okay, so let's see. For Leann. So let's see. First, I'll just do a general spread for you, and then I'll do a relationship spread. Okay, so we'll see how both go. Or should I do it the other way? Maybe I'll do it the other way. We'll do you and Marcus first, and then go from there. Okay, let's see. All right, so you and Marcus, a relationship spread. Okay, let's see. All right, here we go. Okay, Leann, and Marcus. Okay. All right, we'll do this part first, and then we'll do a regular spread. Okay, so what is it that you bring to this relationship? And you're pulling the Knight of Pentacles. So you bring a very slow and steady approach, meaning that you don't make erratic or impulsive moves. You're somebody who's taking the, like the tortoise and the hare. You're basically the tortoise when it comes to this relationship. You bring stability, you bring abundance. You don't make crazy moves. It's saying that you do everything, you think it out ahead of time. You try to make very controlled moves forward. Okay. What does Marcus bring to the relationship? He's bringing the King of Swords. Not a bad combination, other than that you're both in the masculine. King of Swords. So he is somebody who can come off very cold and unfeeling at times. It's not necessarily true, but it's just their way of dealing with life. They come at it from a very analytical, very logical standpoint. They do have less or not as extreme emotions, let's say, as a water sign might. I don't know what a sign is, but this is just speaking to the fact that he looks at relationships more almost like a business deal than he does a romantic endeavor, okay? But he does try to come at it with honesty and integrity, it's saying, anyways. Or that's how they come across. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so what is it that how do you currently see the relationship? Eight of Swords. So you're seeing this relationship as something you're very much stressed out about. You're up in your head about it, meaning you don't think it's having forward motion right now. Okay, how does he currently see the relationship? Justice. So he feels as though justice is playing out in this relationship right now. Okay, where do you hope the relationship is heading? We get the Queen of Cups. So you are hoping for a loving, nurturing, more emotion-based situation than what you have right now. Okay. Where is he hoping it's headed? Five of Wands. He's truly conflicted and doesn't know what he wants out of this relationship. Justice being here is throwing me. So did something transpire between the two of you that he felt was unjust, and that's why he thinks this is justice? All right. How do you currently see him? The Hangman. So you see him as somebody who needs to gain a new perspective and somebody who's basically stuck. They're not moving forward or backward. They're stuck in whatever position they're currently in. How does he currently see you? The Ten of Swords. Yeah, he's viewing you as somebody who's betrayed him or who has been betrayed by him. I don't know which way it goes. He's feeling betrayed, it looks like to me. That's why he has justice here and why he's not sure if he wants to go forward. Okay, what do we got here? What did you think of him when you first met him? You felt like he could be your emperor. What did he think of you when he first met you? Seven of Swords. He didn't trust you from day one, it says. All right. What is your biggest fear here? Ace of Cups. So you're fearing a restart to this, or you're fearing having a cup full of love for the situation. What is his biggest fear? The Hermit. His biggest fear is he's pulled his energy out of this situation and he's not sure if he can put it back in, it looks like. Okay, the shared energy between the two of you is, on your side, it is the Ace of Swords. That is the sword of truth. On his side, it is the moon. It means that there are things here that he's not seeing clearly, or that he's done something in the dark that's coming to the light, one of the two. Eight of Wands in the center says that what needs to happen here, or what's going to happen here, is there's going to be communication. And it's going to come in faster than everybody wants it to. So normally I wouldn't see that as a bad thing, but it looks like somebody's been deceptive here. I really am not clear on which person it is. I got to tell you the truth, it kind of leans towards you. It looks like it's him that is feeling as though he's been betrayed. He feels like justice is playing out. He's not sure if he wants to invest. And with the moon card, it means he's not seen everything that there is to see yet in this situation. You're pulling the Ace of Swords, so does that mean you're going to come with the truth? Whatever, it looks like whatever's happened here that was less than authentic or was dishonest, it is bubbling to the surface and coming out quickly, faster than people want it to. Okay, we got that part out of the way. Let's go back in and do it. Now we're going to do a thing, see if I can figure out what's going on here. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm back. Let's see. So now we'll just do a regular spread and see if I can figure out what's happening from that. Okay. So that was just where I read the energy. I mean, it could be vice versa, I guess. But... Okay, let's see what we get. Yeah, one more. For Leann. What's Leann got going on here? Okay. All right. So, okay, we're starting with the Seven of Pentacles. I'm going to put these ones out and then we'll go over them, okay? So then you've got the King of Cups. And then we've got Justice. This is your backstory or your recent past. Okay, currently you have the Ace of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. In the near future, we're looking at the Emperor, the Six of Swords, and the Tower. All right, bottom of the deck for this reading is actually the Fool. So the undercurrent to this entire reading has to do with needing to take a leap of faith, needing or wanting to take a leap of faith in a new direction. That's what it looks like, okay? Or just taking a leap of faith in general. The card at the center of your read, so from almost every direction it plays into the equation, is actually the Two of Swords. Two of Swords speaks of a decision that needs to be made where you don't feel like you have all the facts or there's too much confusion around it to make the decision, you know, level-headedly type deal. We're going to see how these two play in. Let's see what we get. Okay, we're going to start with the recent past or your backstory. I have Seven of Pentacles, King of Cups, and Justice. Okay. It looks to me like in the recent past, you basically are the one in the King of Cups, maybe, yeah? What this means to me is that you were the person that was basically left in control of whatever emotions were involved in this situation, okay? Which means somebody else was vulnerable or trusted you enough to hand you that ability, kind of, right? So they trusted you enough to hand you the ability to control the emotions within the dynamic. With the Seven of Pentacles, you, for some reason, were not totally sold on being in the situation that you were in, is how it looks. So you were still on the fence trying to decide how much you wanted to invest into this dynamic, okay? And then I have Justice. Justice is the challenge here. It's in the challenge position, so... Okay. So were you unfair in this situation? Or you didn't realize what you had? It's also your card, okay? So you're standing in your power here because Justice is Libra's card. King of Cups, if you want to get technical, is Cancer. I don't know. What else do you have out here? Emperor is Aries. That's what we have out here right now. So I feel like something unjust took place in the recent past for your backstory here. Something unjust happened. You were entrusted with the ability to take care of the emotions within a dynamic, and it looks like something unjust has transpired. And it looks like it was on your part, is how it looks to me at this point. I'm not judging you for it. I'm just telling you that's how it looks. Okay, anyway, so, okay, that's your backstory. We couldn't change it if we wanted to, okay? But, whatever. It's already happened. So it's however it played out, though, is what's affecting the rest of the reading. Okay, so now we're going to go forward. Now we're in the current. Currently, Ace of Pentacles would speak of a new opportunity. It's usually like a new opportunity. Often it's attached to money somehow. So, you know, it could be a new job offer. It could anything. It could be, but it's just a new opportunity in something. Two of Swords. You can't decide whether or not to take it. Knight of Wands. Over an impulsive action, because this is what's in the challenge position again, is this Knight of Wands. Okay, so there's a new opportunity right now that you have not decided whether or not to take, and but it's over something that's already happened. It's over something impulsive that took place. So I don't know if the new offer that's coming towards you is with somebody that impulsively you acted with before in the past, or if you're afraid that there'll be impulsive actions towards it. With the Fool over here, you want to take a leap of faith in a new direction, so I think you did take at least some sort of a leap of faith in the recent past, and that's what got you into trouble, huh? Maybe. Okay, let's keep going. What do we got in the near future? The Emperor, the Six of Swords, and the Tower. The challenge position is these three cards right here, and in these three cards you have the Justice, the Knight of Wands, and the Tower. So in the near future with the Emperor card, I see you taking your power back out of a situation and trying to steer your life back into calmer waters or onto solid ground, because there's been some sense of chaos that has transpired or has arisen, we'll say. There's been a sense of chaos that has come into play, right? But it looks like this chaos is here because of something you've done. Like possibly you did something and got caught up, or you... Yeah. That's what it looks like, okay? It looks like something has happened here and it's caused this chaos. And now you're trying to find out if there's a way to fix it, right? Okay, what's behind the Fool card? The Seven of Cups, which speaks of options, and the Nine of Swords. You're up in your head over something that had to do with options. I don't know if you... Doesn't necessarily mean that you had to run out and cheat on the affair or have an affair. It could be just that you were flirting with somebody, or I don't know. You were somehow checking into what you had for options, it looks like. Okay, what's that? The Magician. So now you're manifesting. What is she manifesting? Ace of Wands and the Lovers. Some sort of renewed inspiration towards a love situation. Okay, what I got so far. This looks like somebody's... Basically, it looks like somebody stepped out on this relationship and got caught. Between you and Marcus, somebody stepped out. It does look to me, from the cards I'm reading right here, that it was most likely you. And now you want to have back what you had when you started, right? You want to try to fix everything and go back. In the near future, I see you actually taking your power back out of this situation and trying to steer your life into calmer waters because of a tower that's falling. Four of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands. You believe that this Marcus is a higher level soulmate to you. You're trying desperately to hang on to them right now. With the Queen of Pentacles, you're trying to make yourself into somebody that is like a sense of home to them. So are they staying? Page of Cups, you're coming with an apology. Three of Swords, there's a lot of heartbreak in the world. If what you're asking me is, do I think that you and Marcus are going to be able to overcome whatever's happened here, it does not look like it to me. Not right now. I don't know about further down the line, but right now you've got the World card behind the Three of Swords. This speaks of heartbreak that leads to the end of a cycle. Okay, does that mean it's done forever? No, it doesn't have to be. But right this minute, it looks like everybody needs to go separate directions so they can heal. If I've got this backwards and it's him that stepped out, then that's not the way it looks, but I guess it could go either way. It definitely seems like somebody stepped out on this relationship, though. And now they're trying to backtrack and get back whatever it was they had. I have the Moon, Justice again. We have two of them in here, and the Queen of Swords. So the Moon is speaking of things done in the dark coming to the light, or things not being seen clearly. Where am I on time? The Queen of Swords is speaking of trying to look at this from a very analytical standpoint because you're tired of the lies, or they're tired of the lies. And Justice is your card again, yes, but it's also just justice playing out here. Okay, wait, I gotta stop this and restart it. Hold on. I hate it when it gets this specific this early on because I don't know if I've got this right, and I don't have you here to tell me so. All right, pull a couple more and we'll pull this up and try something different. What do I got? I've got the Ten of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Star. There's a ton of secrecy attached to this entire dynamic here. With the Ten of Cups, this is what you consider to be your emotional fulfillment. So did they. With the Star card, y'all are still holding on to hope and faith, but that's on two sides of the secrets. So I don't know that all the secrets are out yet. Okay. 3 more we're out of it. What do I got? The Queen of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Page of Swords. Everybody in this situation is trying to get clarity. So, everybody's trying to figure out exactly what's happened here and what's going on. I think there is a temporary break at the very least coming for you guys with the World card and the Three of Swords. But let's pull this one up and get a different deck and see what that says. Hold on. Let's try something different. I don't. This is the reading you wanted, huh? Okay. I hate that. Let's see. Get these up. Let me try something else. We'll just do a Celtic cross. See what that says. Okay. And then I have to go back and check and see exactly what your questions are. Make sure I got them all. Okay, give me a different deck. I didn't like that. Give me the Rider Waits. Okay, let's go with what we know. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So we're just going to do Celtic cross for Leann, see what's going on in her life in general. Love life in general. There you go. Okay. Let's see. I am so sorry this didn't get to you last night like it was supposed to. I'm still feeling a little under the weather, but not like I was yesterday. I stayed in bed like all day. Okay, let's see. Here we go. For Leann. All right. Okay, what's the current situation? See, and you're pulling the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups speaks of options. So that is, no matter which direction this is coming from, the whole obstacle or the whole thing we've got going on here, your real situation has to do with options. With the fact that either you have many options or they have many options, and everybody's curious about their options, or they've just started to explore their options, something like that. Okay, what is the obstacle then? The Wheel of Fortune. So when the Wheel of Fortune is here, and it's upright, which it is, it's sideways, but it's upright, it speaks to the fact that no matter what is happening right this second, it's actually happening for you, not to you. So it may feel like hell, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you're sad or something, maybe it's not everything, it's not working out the way you wanted it to, but in reality, it's working out the way it has to. You know, there's bigger plans at play here, and bigger things that need to happen. That's what that's saying. So the obstacle here is that you're kind of being pushed in a direction towards wherever it is you need to be versus where maybe you think you want to be. Kind of. Okay, so what is it you need to focus on? The Devil. So there's definitely an issue here with obsession or addiction or both. I mean, addiction doesn't have to be to a drug. It can be, but it doesn't have to be to drugs or alcohol. It can be addiction to sex. It can be addiction to attention too, like somebody who needs constant, you know, needs constant attention. Yeah. Okay, what is it you need to leave behind? The Page of Pentacles. So you have some sort of an obsession, it would seem, towards building a foundation with whoever this person is, Marcus. But it's not based in grounded reality. It's based in some sort of fantasy that you have that's kind of immature and not focused on what's really best for you in the long run, is what I see here. What is your strength here? The Three of Pentacles would tell me that your strength is in the fact that you have you have a ton of collaborations that are much sturdier than the one you have with Marcus. Meaning you have other people in your life that you choose to collaborate with or that you collaborate with on a regular basis that are much better people. Sounds like a bad way to put it. Much sturdier, though, options are people that truly that will have your back or will be there for you, and you won't have to question them in the same way that you seem to have to question this relationship you have with this person. Okay, what do we have in the near future? The Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords, on the one hand, it speaks of just an ending because you go from ace to 10. Okay, that's how this works. So, but it also speaks of a betrayal, really. So I don't know. In my head, I'm hearing this could be vengeance, right? This could be revenge. You are definitely, according to the 3 readings we're doing right here, you are definitely very set on trying to pursue something that is not the right thing for you. You are barking up the wrong tree, basically. And it looks like there are many options that are good for you, and you have managed to pick the one that's not, is what it's saying, okay? That's just what I get for these cards. What is the advice? Queen of Wands. You need to step into your power and understand that you can have what you want. But if what you want is not good for you, sometimes Spirit will intervene. Okay? What's the atmosphere? It's one of the Fool. I mean, you're ready to take a leap of faith. You're just trying desperately to take it in the wrong direction, it looks like. Okay, what is your greatest fear? The Two of Cups. Your greatest fear is that you're going to walk away from this, and this was supposed to be your end-all, be-all. I definitely don't see that in these cards. This does not look like it was the right direction from day one. Okay? I'm sorry. Like I said, I doubt this is the reading you wanted, but this is the reading they're giving me. All right, let me see. And the last one. So what's the outcome? The Queen of Cups. So you're in the middle of like a transformative progression, you know. You go from the Queen of Wands to the Queen of Cups. That's normal trends. That's normally how that goes. You go from, you know, Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, and then the Queen of Pentacles, and on to Empress. So I believe that you are in the process, basically, of growing. And this was a stepping stone along that process. So it's not like it happened for no reason. I believe you've learned valuable lessons here. I just don't believe that this is the path you were meant to take as far as to stay on. You were meant to take it for a minute and learn lessons, but it wasn't where you were supposed to end up, is how it looks to me when it comes to this thing with Marcus, okay? Okay, now I got to check and see what other questions you have. Hold on. I'm back. So basically you wanted to know, where did I think this thing with Marcus was going, and should you put more energy into it? No, I don't believe that you should put more energy into it. Now, that being said, I doubt that you're going to take my advice wholeheartedly. I know a lot of Libras, and Libras have a tendency to listen to what I say and then keep it in their head, and then they review it later, way later. But they don't usually take my advice too much. You're going to do what you want to. But you know what? I will say this much. You wouldn't be getting a reading from me and asking me these questions if there wasn't a big part of you that was afraid that this was the wrong direction. So it's like your intuition and your inner knowing is already telling you that this is not the best direction to go in. Okay? That is how I see this. I am... What else we got? What do you got back here? Yeah. The Five of Cups, the Hermit, and the Seven of Wands. This is all about you feeling a huge sense of loss and regret as you pull your energy back out of this situation to reassess it. And I think you come back into it then very defensive, because something here is not sitting right. It's just something in this situation between the two of you. I don't know if you just can't put your finger on it or what. But something here just isn't, it just isn't sitting right, okay? Now, from the very first reading, it spoke of somebody that's upset about a betrayal, and I said that I felt it was you that had betrayed this person. I've told you already, you could flip or switch that if you need to, if that's not the way this works out, but there's definitely been some kind of betrayal and dishonesty within this situation for certain. And if you stay in it, it looks like there's more to come with the Ten of Swords, so. This was all about gloom and doom. I hate readings like this. The Five of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles. So there's a total lack of reciprocity here. There's also a hell of a mask that goes on here, meaning this person is one person when you guys are out in public and somebody else when he's alone with you. But he puts his best foot forward when you're out in public, concerned with what other people feel or think about the situation versus what's happening with you. With the Five of Pentacles, it's like he feels like an outsider in your world. Okay, I'm going to string these together and send them to you. If I've got it way off, then let me know and we'll try again. But this is what I'm getting here today. All right, we're going to see what happens there. Okay, thank you.